concept art Megatron Transformers Studio Series for the Transformers Bumblebee movie. So, triple changer action figure, very strong robot form or humanoid form. With regards to design, articulation points, 100 over 100. Where this action figure is going to suffer is with regards to its alternate form. The aerial form would always feel like something is lacking. So with the vehicle form or land vehicle form, something is quite lacking. It's just a jumble of parts. So this is where the design suffers, and with regards to finding a solution, many reviewers or toy collectors would find ways to really find the right form for this action figure. It could only be one. It could only be a gun, it could only be a tank, or it could only be an aerial assault vehicle. So it can't be all three forms or all four forms. So with regards to this particular video, I chose the land form. So presenting my version of concept art Megatron in its tank form. So let us first do a quick 360 view of the vehicle form that I kitbashed. Okay, so I've been waiting for a third-party manufacturer to really come up with something to really provide a solution to this concept art Megatron action figure. But since there's none, so I've found a way to really solidify its tank form. Well, I have to really sacrifice a action figure, which is going to be the Transformers Kingdom War Force Cybertron. If you're familiar with that piece, that's going to be Autobot Slammer. So if you're watching this video, you're really familiar with the transformation process. So I don't need to discuss the steps with regards to transformation because I'm just showing something that's going to really spice up the build. Okay, so the turret, the gun, that's going to be Autobot Slammer. So instead of mounting the fusion cannon in between the arms of the action figure, so we just made use of the Autobot Slammer pieces to really solidify its tank form. Okay, so perfecting the shock and awe of Megatron as a weapons platform. Okay, so how is this piece mounted onto the platform? So I'm just going to show you. Okay, so just how you mount this fusion cannon. That's it. It's going to be just that simple. So since the Autobot Slammer would have already pegs on the side, it's going to fit those two pegs. So it's going to solidify the tank form because with just this configuration, it's still very lacking. It's an in-between. You can't figure out whether it's just a gun, a cannon, or just a jumble of parts. But if you introduce something very solid, something very familiar, like a tank turret piece, that is going to provide structure to the upper part or the gun part of the vehicle form of Megatron. Okay, in tank configuration, we could have a two cannon system. This way, we could have a single cannon system. That way, and you could even have, actually what I did was instead of putting the turret load on the back of the vehicle, I rode it up high. So I'm going to cover the head section. So this is what I did. Okay, so since you're going to snap it in place that way, so what I did, I just simplified the process. Okay, so that way. Okay, so configuration number 2. If you don't like a 2-gun system. Now, configuration number 3. So let's take this on the side first. Okay, so what's new with the fusion cannon of Megatron? So it's going to be that piece. If you're familiar with your Transformers concept art Megatron action figure, you know that that rubber piece is not standard. Actually, that is something that I added to the weapons platform. Very simple. Actually, you already have it at home. So it's just going to be plumbing repair kit. So you see those rubber pieces? That's going to be it. So what's the use of that? Okay, so if you want a bigger, longer gun instead of just this, so you could take this off. Now since we have that and it's glued onto the back of the weapons platform, you could mount it this way. Now you have a more longer weapons platform. Okay, so let's see. Let's mount that properly. Okay, there you go. Okay, so it's going to be that. Actually, it's, yeah, I already really lented the, okay, there you go. Okay, so now from a tank, it's now going to be a mobile howitzer, or a something similar to an M109 Paladin, which Autobot Slammer is. Okay, so there you go. Single cannon tank. Okay, so if it's, you could even, since you have a very long weapons platform, you could lower it this way. So it's going to be, it's going to look more streamlined. And you could still move this around and raise it upwards that way. Okay, so let's move on to the robot form of this action figure. So how is it going to look with the two weapons system? You just have to commit this piece to your concept art Megatron. So in transformation mode, in its alternate form, in robot form, it's going to be also part of the robot form, or the humanoid form, I mean. Okay, so in robot form, he has the tank turret as his forearm cannon, and we still have a backup main cannon on the back, or backpack cannon. Okay, so still in robot form, shock and O. So that is what we want out of a strong Megatron action figure. Nice looking action figure, great articulation points, and primary weapons, actually two, that really makes sense. And in its alternate form, a very strong looking tank form, still with a two weapons system. So that's going to be my idea, or my concept art Megatron. So if you like this review, like, comment, and subscribe to help me grow my channel. And see you on the next action figure or custom action figure review.